Psychology researchers from Durham University have found that people see a man wearing red as being more aggressive and threatening than one in blue, which is my suit, luckily. That has all kinds of implications, positive ones too, that you might not have realised. Joining me now is the behavioural psychologist Jo Hemmings. It's not particularly new, this, Jo, is it? But why is red seen this way?
Well, red is a very strong colour, so it's seen as a very dominant colour, and there's a fine line, really, between dominance and confidence and aggression. So it's powerful, and you need to have that confidence to carry off a bright, it could be deep, but a very strong colour like red.
We see plenty of celebrities wearing it just to stand out or to project some sort of message. And, you know, this study by Durham University was on men. Does it apply in the same way to women?
Well, it's interesting for men because they generally, like you, would be wearing a tie or would accessorise in red. For women, as we can see here, I mean, generally it's a huge statement, very confident, very bold, often quite a lot of shoulder showing, a bit of cleavage showing. I mean, it is a statement saying that I feel comfortable in my own skin. It's also for women, of course, it's a passionate, hot, sexy colour, whereas for men, interestingly, it's seen much more as an aggressive, angry tone.
It's a good point that men accessorise with a red tie, red socks. If you wear a red suit, people just think you're a lunatic or you're Lenny Henry presenting red nose there. That's about the only other place I can think about it. Previous research, though, has said that sportsmen who wear red have a better chance of victory. England, of course, famously wore it when they won the World Cup. But Chelsea in blue have just won the Premier League, so who to believe?
Well, there have been studies showing that if you put a red team and a blue team together over a period of time, like for like, the red team probably has about a 5 or 10% edge chance of winning. So it gives people that sort of confidence. So it's associated behaviour with the colour, which is an interesting finding. Which,
I mean, we've seen previously, of course, the likes of Man United and Liverpool dominating previously. In politics, it is the colour of socialism, whichever part of the spectrum you're on. Labour have just lost, Labour red, just lost to the Tories, who are blue, of course. We didn't see Ed Miliband wearing a red tie that much during the campaign until right at the end.
No, perhaps he should have done. I mean, you know, the thing about politics is always so different, you know, that we associate it again politically in a very different way than we associate it with a colour for sport or a colour for clothing.
It's interesting, isn't it, the way colours affect people. I mean, purple is always felt as being regal, yellow, happy, of course. Tell us about drunk tank pink. What is that?
Right. Drunk tank pink was originally developed in the 1960s for school children because it was believed it would calm their behaviour. And then it got carried through to the 70s, where it was used in prisons, or it was used when drunks needed to be locked up and they didn't want aggressive behaviour. But in fact, it's a calming colour, pink, and it's meant to make us feel, to soothe us. But actually, studies have shown it only works for about 15 minutes, and then it makes these people more aggressive.
OK.
So you overcompensate for this sort of fake soothing, if you like, and then they become actually angrier than they were before they were shown the drunk, you know.
So stick with blue or green for a bedroom, not pink, and certainly not red.
I think unless you're going to be very passionate, it's probably best to be avoided.
Let's leave it there, Jo. All this red's making me feel quite angry. That's it from us. Sian is here with the weather next. Warren has updates throughout the evening. Bye for now.